Alright, so JAC, which is short for Jeskai Ascendancy combo. This is a deck we've played a good bit of on stream forever ago. I was obsessed with it for a little bit. I actually went and played it in a paper tournament. That was a team tournament that I went and played with Matthew. Basically, what this deck is looking to do, it's looking to put a mana creature like Birds of Paradise, Sylvan Caryatid, or Noble Hierarch into play. And then with the card Jeskai Ascendancy, you cast a bunch of cards that draw cards, cantrips refer to them in Magic, and kind of chain through your deck, making your mana creature larger as you do this. The mana creatures keep on tapping to make you additional mana, and eventually your mana creatures punch them in the face for lots of damage. So this is the one deck where Birds of Paradise gets real swole and then wins the game. Savage Rocker, thank you for the 11 months, the tier 3 at that. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a great start to your week. Morning, Texas. Ban Blood Moon. Your name is always welcome in chat. Oh, Blood Moon. This hand's pretty reasonable. So, the thing you're looking for with this deck is, I guess this hand's actually just okay. It's got a lot of lands in it. This deck, on the surface, this is simply an A-B combo deck. So basically your first piece is Noble Hierarch, your first piece is a mana creature, your second piece is a copy of Jeskai Ascendancy. You'll notice if you were glancing a cursory glance at the deck list, if you're not super familiar with Modern, there's only 3 copies of Ascendancy in the main deck. The reason for this is that we have 4 copies of this card, Glittering Wish, which actually fetches the 4th copy of Jeskai Ascendancy from our sideboard. So we have 3 3-mana Ascendancies basically, and we have 4 5-mana Ascendancies. Moto. Moto's been crashing a lot since the last update. Thank goodness we only do 4 or 5 matches a day these days. Did you describe Fatestitcher as a mana dork? He's definitely dork adjacent. I don't know, he's like an actual mana dork, but he's like in the Venn diagram, there's like the Fatestitcher part definitely overlaps the mana dork part. Yeah, just Magic the Gathering online things. I was over at Goldfish's channel. They did not appreciate my name. Yeah, so, like, we refer to Treasure Map as Jink, Glue, and Standard. Blood Moon's basically Saffron Olive's Jink, Glue, and Modern, right? Like, he just, like, takes a bunch of Blood Moons and puts them into a deck full of otherwise unplayable cards. That way he can, like, get a couple of match wins so the deck looks like maybe it could possibly be okay. When you finally get out of paper cards and like the amount of money you just like you feel like you found is absurd. You're just like, man, I just had all these dollars sitting in these boxes that I never play with. All right, so I think like this is a tough spot. So maybe I'm just supposed to Gemstone Mine. Actually, what I'm probably supposed to do, I'm probably supposed to just Abundant Growth this. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with a Sleight of Hand and see what we find. Have I sold off most of my paper stuff? Yeah, a long time ago. In a galaxy far away. Alright, now I'm gonna fetch a basic island and play the Sylvan Caryatid. So originally I was going to cantrip a bunch here, but getting another mana creature into play sounds great. Sylvan Caryatid is quietly the best card in this deck just because it has hexproof, in addition to being an 0-3 defender. Yeah, the only Magic cards I still really have that are worth anything are like the random cards that I have framed or like that have sentimental value. Like in this small handful of cards that I'm sitting here like constantly shuffling in my hands, I have 1 Court of Calling, 1 Kiki Jiki, 1 Restoration Angel. I have 4 8th edition Birds of Paradise that have the borders painted black. Because English non-foil Birds of Paradise don't come with black borders. Alright, so how much mana do I have? I have 5 mana total. So I want to lead on Sleight of Hand as my first spell for the turn. Because that way, if I find a 3 mana Ascendancy, I can play it and start comboing. I can't lead on Serum Visions or Abundant Growth because these only each give me 1 chance to find Ascendancy, whereas Sleight of Hand gives me 2. And if I Serum Visions and then Sleight, because my opponent got rid of my Summoner's Pact, I'm not going to be able to start comboing after I cast the Ascendancy. What's going on, Anner? Good morning. Alright, I think I just have to hope for another turn here. I think I just want to hope for another turn. I suppose... Oh, that doesn't do anything. Alright, let's just Serum Visions. There's the Ascendancy. So, if my opponent hadn't Burning Inquiry away my Summoner's Pact, we probably would have killed them this turn, but they did, so we can't. Hey, Robin. Thanks for the quarter of year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I'm just going to go top here. And I think the plan is just hope not to die. I think the plan is hope not to die. Alright, that bodes well. We're dead to bolts, but if they don't have a bolt, we should be in the clear. Feels like they're auto-passing. Maybe. Alright. So, you're saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. Do-do-do-do-do. So now we start doing stuff. Should we play out J6? We're not blocking. Nah, I don't think so. I have 3 mana creatures, so like I'm pretty very unlikely to brick on mana the following turn. So I think I'm so unlikely to brick on mana that I just want the mana up to bluff. Is basically what it comes down to. I'm gonna play this fetch land out, and we're gonna slide this Abundant Growth onto it so I can make some mana for us. So now every time I cast a spell, I get to draw a card, discard a card, and all my creatures untap. So basically, every spell I cast makes 3 mana. So all of my spells are either free or aggressively cheap. And I realized you went live before 8. I didn't go live much before 8. Yeah, we've been up for like 11 minutes. Nemesis. Nemaguess, thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. You're having a great start to your week. That's actually a really good draw. Alright, so some of the time when you play this deck, you get into these positions where your opponent's like not deterministically dead, but this is not going to be one of those times. Our opponent's going to be very dead very quickly. Pop Punk Gamer, thanks for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your week. So Verdant Eidolon. There's one opt in my deck, Nivik. I don't know. The last 2 or 3 times I like tried deck lists out of the JAC Discord, I was like incredibly disappointed with some of the little changes they made. So I'm just going with what I know and playing the list off my website. So what you're doing there is, J-Boz, is it's like, just because two decks have Jeskai Ascendancy in them doesn't mean they're the same deck. So the list that's playing Arclight Phoenix, if I recall correctly, is a straight Jeskai version, and it's not a Glittering Wish version, unless you're talking about there was a Glittering Wish version that was played that I missed. But the versions that are straight Jeskai are functionally different decks than what this is. They play out in an incredibly different manner. Any standard cards to you that are spoiled in Warrior Spark? Yeah, I'll be writing an article about it. I don't know, probably this week or next week. I was gonna do it over the weekend and then things got away from me. Might do it tonight, actually. So, at this point, I just have to cast enough spells to, like, make my creatures big enough to kill them. And this is going to go get another copy of Jeskai Ascendancy. So I currently have 14 power worth of dorks. Yeah, the Jeskai deck I have not really liked when I've played it. It's like trying to be this awkward combo control deck, and like that's just like not super good in Modern at the moment. The combo part's kind of slow. It's like giving up. Basically, every time I play a deck that's like trying to give up speed for the sake of interaction in Modern, it's just like, this was a huge mistake. Why have I done this? What did I do? Was the Ebsen deck good, Nivik? I'm excited to try it. It's gonna be... There is another streamer tournament that a site called Fandom Legends is running this week that I'm playing in. So if that goes well today, I think I'm going to play that. The opponent does not value their time. Just like... Very, 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 very dead. Play into that small chance that I time out, which is unlikely, because like I only have to combo 2 games. Geoff, thanks for the 8 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Alright, so they're playing Hallowed One. Silence doesn't seem very good. Path to Exile seems reasonable. Explosive seems kind of mediocre. Sometimes they have, like, Thoughtseize post-board, but I don't think they have enough of that card to, like, warrant bringing in Leyline. I think I'm going to trim 1 EE and bring in a trophy. I'm going to leave the second trophy in the board just in case I want to wish for it. No, I think they're pretty unlikely. Like, if they have Thoughtseize and Inquisition, there's not that many of them. Definitely not enough to warrant bringing in Leyline. Remember, this is an engine combo deck, so every card we board in that's not, like, a cantrip, which directly forwards our game plan, like, we're making ourselves less consistent. So this hand obviously would like to draw some lands, but, like, double mana creature, especially with Sylvan Caryatid, I think is fine. There's a part where they like Burning Inquiry, the Sylvan Caryatid out of my hand. It's a little bit sketchy potentially, because I am keeping Gemstone Mine as my only land in the opener, but if we get to untap with the bird and the Caryatid still in hand, we should be home free. But that might be a little bit of wishful thinking. Okay. Alright, so you're saying there's a chance. Discarded Bloodghast and Flamewake Phoenix. Hallowed One, yep. So for those of you that are new to Modern, this is my opponent's second turn, and they're putting they've put 10 power into play and killed my creature. So please welcome to the format and make sure you enjoy your stay. I don't think this deck has any problems that are solved by adding the card Pyromancer's Ascension. I'm really glad I'm kind of at a point in my life where I don't really care about what Modern looks like, because, like, If I... Jeff a year ago, or especially 2 years ago, he'd be having a field day after every single one of these modern tournaments where there's 20+% Phoenix in day 2. Like, every tournament where Phoenix is 20% of the day 2 field just makes the Splinter Twin ban more and more embarrassing and absurd. Rick, thank you for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I don't think the Hexproof Dork in War is likely very good. 2-mana Dorks are a hard sell. Like, Caryatid gets the paths that can, like, block at least. I think this is a mulligan. It only has one 1-mana cantrip. The land only has 3 uses. It doesn't have any Dorks in it. This hand's, like, not good, but I think it's a keep. So, I mentioned this deck's basically an A-B combo deck. The good news is our opponent basically mulliganed to 5. We kind of use our graveyard in this deck, but like not really. Not to the point where like graveyard hate makes us sad. Alright, that's a mana creature. I do not want Fatestitcher, especially with Leyline out, and I don't really want a 4th land. What's going on, one with nothing? Hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Thanks for the 6 months. Welcome back. Alright, let's put some birds into play. And this is something that happens, like, when people think their graveyard hate is better than it is. So, like, they've kept a hand where they didn't do anything on the first turn here. Likely on the back of hoping these Leyline of the Voids are going to be good enough, and then hopefully they're not going to be. I have a Lightning Bolt. If they kill both my birds, we're gonna be just spinning our tires here for a little bit. Yep. Alright, actually, want to keep both of these, I think. Glittering Wish is what I refer to as a slow ascendancy. It casts for 2 and then gets once. It's basically a 5-mana ascendancy. And again, like, my opponent's like had a bunch of disruption here, but they haven't put a clock into play yet. See if they have a Delve threat. No Delve threat yet is real good for us. I guess they could still play Big Fish this turn, huh? Yeah, just no pressure is kind of great for the home team over here. Sometimes these decks splash green for Destructive Revelry in their sideboard, but not always. There is a chance that if this Ascendancy gets into play, my opponent just can't interact with it. So I know there's a Sleight of Hand on top of my deck, but I might just crack this fetch. I'm probably gonna draw the Sleight of Hand. It's a big fish, yep. Yeah, I'm gonna draw the Sleight of Hand so I can loot, because I could fetch a basic here. Now, one thing the Leyline of the Void does do in terms of graveyard hate is it does mean I need to untap with a mana creature in order to win the game. So normally you can combo from no creatures in play via Fatestitcher, get it unearthing and gaining haste, but with Leyline in play, that is not an option. Alright, there's a mana creature, assuming it can live. Probably just take Serum Visions here. So we're going to 11 on this Gurmag Angler attack. They've already burned 2 Lightning Bolts, but they also just, like, didn't do anything for a while, so there's a chance there's a bunch more interaction in their hand. Flame Wake means that Bolt makes this a 2-turn clock. I only have 1 card left. Noble Hierarch. That seems good for me. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna cast both of these. And I think I'm on the no blocks plan next turn. Because, like, if they have Bolt and I block, they just bolt my other mana creature, and then I die. Oh, so now I'm obligated to block. I have to block and hope they don't have a removal spell. So, hoping they don't have a removal spell here. If they don't, we might kill them. It's an engineered explosives. Okay, so let's start. Alright, let's get going here. We are by no means guaranteed to win this turn. Second Ascendancy. Maybe. So, there's two main resources you're looking to manage when you're playing this deck. One of those resources is how much mana you have. The second resource is how many cards you have available to you. And right now we're a little bit light on cards. This Ascendancy draws and discards when we play it, but it does put us down a card because it doesn't actually draw something. But I think that might be okay at this point because I kind of... Getting the second Ascendancy into play means I need a lot less total instants and sorceries cast to kill them with the Birds of Paradise. So I'm looking for a copy of Glittering Wish at this point. Also worth noting that because I have two Ascendancies, every spell that I cast generates extra mana. Or generates 2 mana with this bird. So basically this Abundant Growth netted me a mana because I spent 1 but made 2. Same thing with the Sleight of Hand. I'm going to spend 1 but it's going to untap this bird twice, so it makes me a mana overall. Cerulean Wisps. No, I think I could do better than that. We're looking for a Glittering Wish at this point. Glittering Wish is a card that lets us draw 2 cards. Another Ascendancy. That's actually not good for the home team here. So the bird's a 6/6, so it's going to an 8/8. So I need to cast, you know, some amount more. Need to cast 4 more spells after this one. I would love to draw discard. Yep. I definitely want to prefer to have cards that draw cards in my hand. So I'm looking for things like Abundant Growth, things like Cerulean Wisps, stuff like that. Because I just want to keep the total number of cards that I have in my hand the same. So if I don't actually draw a non-creature spell here, whew, there's the Sleight of Hand. Let's say if I hit a pocket of lands or creature spells, we could actually brick off a not combo here. So I need so this gives me 2 loots and then 2 looks with itself. So I need to find 2 more instants and sorceries here. Morning, Ozzy. Life is swell. Weekend was wonderful. I think I'm gonna decline this one. I already guaranteed I have an instant sorcery that draws me cards. Yeah, so this is deterministically dead, right? Because this gives +2/+2, and this gives +2/+2. So this game was a good example of my opponent keeping a hand that didn't disrupt me. Or disrupted me but didn't pressure me, I should say. Yeah, they kept a 7 on the back of these ley lines. And then we're like, oh, JK, we're not a graveyard combo deck, actually. Like, get you. Run them down. I don't get to play on Arena much, but I got to this weekend, and boy, do I hate Wilderness Circulation. You and me both. It is a really dark stay in an otherwise good standard format. Yeah, basically. It's funny, too, where, like, we talk about that, where when I just, like, mentioned 30 seconds ago, like, people slowing down their decks feeling bad to like be more interactive, less linear. Like, well, remember that thing we talked about? It's happening here. Happening now. Morning, Maskunk. Thanks for the 3 months. I appreciate that. Welcome. This hand is very good. Turn 2, Sylvan Caryatid. Turn 3, Ascendancy combo kill. We'll see, Anner. This is a deck that could maybe actually meet that requirement, so that's sweet. Gemstone Cavern. So, initially, I wasn't going to cast a spell on one, but because they played Gemstone Caverns here, I'm actually going to cast this Abundant Growth, because I think there's a chance that my opponent is, I think there's a chance they're a Blood Moon deck. Yeah, the Esper Control deck from Cleveland was a fantastic, more recent example than Scred of if you run good and play good, it doesn't matter what cards you register, you can win at Magic. It's a Chalice of the Void. Chalice is another reason to play my thing on one. They exiled a Culligan's Command. M0s, thank you for the Twitch Prime support. Or the brand new Tier 1 sub, sorry. Reading is hard in the morning. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Interested in a list? Nope. Not in the slightest. Oh no, please don't take my 1-mana spell that didn't work anyways because of Chalice. I mean, like, here's my commentary on this. Here's my concise commentary on the Esper list. Someone top 8 at a tournament with 24 lands in their deck, several of which were Field of Ruin in their deck featuring Esper Charm and Cryptic Command. So yeah, the 3x colorless land deck in the triple blue Esper spell deck like that happened. Yep. All right, so I'm gonna discard Fatestitcher here. So I could theoretically combo them from here, but it's kind of unlikely. Like, ideally, like, so I could, like, put Fatestitcher into play, and then, like, untap a land, cast Opt, make 2 mana, get a loot, but, like, I'd have to hit a 2 mana instant or sorcery off the loot exactly, so I think I'm better off waiting a turn here, and I'm going to use the explosives to clear the Chalice, and then next turn we'll likely kill them. Our main deck copies of Engineered Explosives here, showing some of their flexibility. This card's good because it's a 0-mana card that triggers Jeskai Ascendancy, but it also is interactive in spots like this. This card's invaluable, especially if you're expecting a lot of humans. Man, I'm glad our combo kills through Ensnaring Bridge. Alright, let's blow this up. Alright. And again, we are by no means guaranteed to kill from this position, but we're kind of incredibly likely. So, I'm playing the Opt before I cast this Ascendancy here, because Modern Staple Verdant Eidolon comes back to our hand every time we cast a multicolored spell. So by discarding that before we play the Ascendancy, I get a free draw, basically. Whoop, Wayne, thank you for the very generous tier 2 resub. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Be sure to drop me a message and let me know which deck that's already in the queue you'd like to bump up this month for that support. And so now, at this point, Ensnaring Bridge says we can't attack with our giant monsters, but that's fine because we're eventually going to find a Glittering Wish and make all of my dreams come true. When was that Eidolon discovered? A while ago. The last few times we played this deck, it's involved Eidolon. Perfect. So, oh, actually, I can just keep both of these, right? And just, we can Glittering Wish for a way to destroy the Ensnaring Bridge. That sounds better. Do 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 do. When you quote the Glittering Wish Oracle text, I don't know what the Oracle text is on Glittering Wish, so if I'm quoting it, I'm definitely... Oh, the Oracle text. You mean just like the card text? I'm confused. I'm confused by your statement. There's a Knight of Autumn in my sideboard, right? Oh, right. And these get Verdant Eidolon back twice. Yep. Alright, so we have copious amounts of mana at this point. Just kind of go in through the motions. Opponent either doesn't understand that they're dead or doesn't care about their time. Either are very possible. The deck that we're playing is kind of weird, so like there's a good chance they just don't know that they're dead. Yeah, I have Fling. I just would rather they not know that Fling's a thing. Because I think if I show them Fling, they're gonna know that their Ensnaring Bridges aren't very good. So like by killing their thing, they're likely not familiar with what my deck is doing, right? So like by killing them through combat, they'll feel safe behind multiple Ensnaring Bridges, and I don't want them to feel safe. I want them to feel safe behind multiple Ensnaring Bridges, because it'll encourage them to take risks that they otherwise wouldn't need to take. Supa, thank you for the 100 biddies. I appreciate that. Happy Monday to you. Yeah, exactly. So like if this was like the only way to kill them this game, obviously I would show it to them, but I think I would like to conceal the fact that I can do that, basically. Feel safe about it, asking a lot, yep. Alright, so Trophy definitely comes in here. I think I want to board in the Wear Tear, because I think I just leave Knight in my sideboard to wish for. I think I definitely just trim a couple of these 1-mana cantrips in the face of Chalice of the Void. Mystic Enforcer. This is the anti-Death Shadow tech. You can like Glittering Wish for this and it beats Death Shadow all on its own usually. Is this what addiction feels like? What's going on, Chez? Thanks for the 5 months. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your week. I think I'm happy with this sideboard plan. Let's do it. I feel like this hand could go either way. Like, maybe this is a mulligan. It doesn't have any mana dorks in it. The trophy plus explosives is nice, but like 2 of my lands have a shelf life, and I don't have either of my combo pieces. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. I think like we're gonna take our own advice from earlier, just like don't be slow and interactive. Seems super reasonable. Correct, ban Blood Moon. Is Glittering Wish the best card in Modern? Find out all this and more next time. This hand is really soft to Chalice the Void on 1. Believe it or not. Eldrazi Wish. Blood Moon me. Blood Moon me. Yikes. Yikes. That just happened. Alright. Huh. Huh. Land, please. Okay. Alright. So you're saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. These cards are really, really good. That was kind of like the stones there. We like drew the second, third land, and then we get to scry the Ascendancy to the top. And like they're gonna plus this land. I'm gonna put this Fatestitcher into play. So like, if they don't Blood Moon us here, we could kill them in 2. If they do Blood Moon us, I'm gonna concede. And Snaring Bridge, yep, don't care about that one. That one is A-okay. Discard my graveyard combo piece. How does that one make you feel on the inside, opponent? You don't have to lie. You can be honest. Steam Vents. Steam Vents. Alright. You move, Yugi boy. This is all we got. This is all we have. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. Do, 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 do. You have cast Grey Ogre, the grayest of ogres. What am I discarding here? I think I want to keep the Manamorphose. I'm probably going to be a little bit choked on mana. Serum Visions versus Abundant Growth is actually kind of tough, because like Serum Visions lets me see more cards, but Abundant Growth gives me every color of mana, which could be important. I think I'm supposed to keep the every color of mana. I think I'm supposed to keep... I guess the Manamorphose makes me other colors of mana too, though. I'm gonna bin the Abundant Growth. I think I just want the Visions to give myself the best chance to combo. Alright. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Happy to sub on what appears to be Godless Shrine / Isolated Chapel Day. What's going on, Gengar? Yeah, we do have a lot of black-white decks today, don't we? Thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate you keeping me around. So, right now, so all the other games we played so far today, they've had, we've had tons of mana. This game, we might end up choked a little bit on mana. Alright, that's a Glittering Wish. That's potentially good down the line. These are bottoms up here. Hey, what's going on, Reb? Thanks for the 10 months. Glad to have you here enjoying the modern stuff. So, Manamorphose actually nets us a mana. It costs 2, but it makes 2, and it makes a third by untapping this, which is valuable. Yikes. Alright, so this is making green-white, I believe. Woof. Is it your website list or a new variant? I think it's within a couple of cards of what's on the website. Alright, well, we got a Glittering Wish here. That's another brick. Huh? Yeah, so I kind of got to make a decision here. So I could keep trying to combo and potentially brick. Alternatively, I could untap this Steam Vent and, like, cast both my Mana Dorks and, like, leave an Ascendancy in my hand. And, like, try and go for it next turn. Oh, I could have kept the land, too. Yeah, I should have thought about what I was doing before I discarded. Yeah, I guess if I'm Scarscaling, I should have... If I'm Scarscaling, I should have kept the land. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me here. Yeah, I definitely should have kept the land. Perfect. Never punished. All right, that's a wear tear, but that doesn't really do anything just yet for us. Cerulean Wisp is actually a sweet draw because Cerulean Wisp nets us a mana. And I think I'm at a point where I'm discarding. I think I don't want the wear tear actually. Like, at some point, I'm going to find a Glittering Wish and then just, like, Flesh Blood them, right? Although I'm pretty likely to find another land, too. Yeah, I'm going to discard the lands, get greedy. Perfect. All right, so I'll take another Wisps. Wisps are 2 to 3. Wisps and Manamorphose net the same amount. Because Wisps go 1 to 2 and Manamorphose go 2 to 3. Black Rabbit, thank you for the 3 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Explosives. Yeah, I'm going to hold on to the explosives for now because it's a freebie. And, like, actually, if this gets big enough, we can actually, if this gets big enough, we can actually play explosives and crack explosives on 3, potentially. Alright, that's a Glittering Wish, so I don't need this anymore. Second Fatestitcher, Delio. Alright, second Fatestitcher should mean we're home free at this point. Because second Fatestitcher means that I'm no longer bottlenecked on mana. So I'm going to get a second one of these into play, and having a second Fatestitcher in play means that every time I cast a 1 mana spell, I make 2 mana. Why does JAC play Cerulean Wisps over Crimson Wisps? I feel like giving haste is super good when you have a lot of draws that slow mana. Does it affect the card's mana that much? So you play Cerulean Wisp, Ostin, for the thing you're seeing right here, which is that Cerulean Wisp makes you extra mana on its own. A lot of the times in this deck, your bottleneck is how much mana you can produce in a single turn. So the fact that this spell is free without Jeskai Ascendancy is a big deal. Is basically what it comes down to. Perfect. Hey, look, it's an engineered explosives. Alright, so white, red, untap this, untap this, cast this with X is 3. Bye, friends. Stop it, Garden Variety Troll. I don't believe that for a hot second. Your username's so on point sometimes. Morning, Indy. This hand's like not amazing, but fine. It's hard to pass up a double mana dork opener, especially with like Verdant Eidolon. So this hand just needs an Ascendancy. Temple of Malice generally implies Griselbrand. So if they are Griselbrand, this is a match where this is a very typical match of Modern. Both decks are just like looking to play past each other and push the pedal to the floor. Post board, we get a couple more copies of Silence, which is nice. Zerico, thank you for the 6-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Speaking of Silence, I am going to tap out this turn because my opponent hasn't done anything yet. We could theoretically die next turn if they go, like, Faithless Looting into Goryo's Vengeance, but I think it's worth getting my Caryatid into play here. Discovery, sure. Their deck probably has a slightly faster average, like, Nuts Draw than ours, but our deck is definitely a little bit more consistent, I think. Morning, Loam. It's been a good set so far. We're 2-0. We beat, what did we beat? We beat Hallowed one, and then we just beat something else. I don't remember. It all blurs, chat. It all blurs. One Ascendancy, please. Swift. Thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate the half a year. Welcome back. Husing. Welcome back as well. Thanks for keeping me around, folks. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your week. All right. Well, unfortunately, we don't have a lot going on here. Opponent also does not have their things going on yet, so that's nice. I wonder if I was supposed to put a Fatestitcher into play last turn. It's very possible. Maybe I was supposed to have shocked this in and just cast Fatestitcher. I'm going to hold on to this land in my hand for now, because I have, like, copious amounts of mana, and I really don't, I really could use the extra cards to loot away if we, like, draw an Ascendancy. So both of our decks hitting our failure rate at the moment. My opponent failing to find their second part of their combo, us failing to find the second part of ours. Through the breach. Do I silence in response here? I feel like I'm supposed to silence in response here, right? Just a World Spine Worm. Yep. So, we go to 2, and I have this Engineered Explosives, which is kind of funny. And they have no cards in their hand. EE's just been an ace so far this league. It's been real good. Yeah, they have a looting, that's true. I definitely think they're a favorite to win from this position. Because, like, they have Gristlebrand in their bin and they have some card selection. Yeah, exactly, Hickahuck. If I would have had the Fatestitcher in play already, like, this taps, like, Gristlebrand coming into... This is good against just, like, all their game plan, basically. Definitely was a mistake to... It was like, what is going on? They killed us with collective brutality. Okay. Yep. That is definitely a legal play. So, I know this card just, like, saved us from worm tokens, but I think that's going to be the exception and not the rule, and in general, I'd prefer to have silence in this matchup, so I'm just going to swap those out. So again, worth noting, if I'd have sequenced my Fatestitcher better there, I wouldn't have died to that brutality. I think we'd still be behind, but we wouldn't have just been dead. They're playing Gristlebrand. Man, this is so wild. 3 of the top 6 Magic streams right now are playing Magic Online. What year is it? What is going on? I'm afraid. Somebody send help. Seems super reasonable. Caryatid into Ascendancy and to kill them. Hopefully a turn 3 kill. I think I'm just putting this into play tapped. I think I want to save the Abundant Growth for after I cast Ascendancy. Afternoon Guacamole. Opponent starting on a tapped land. Good. That means we're less likely to die on their turn, whatever. Path seems reasonable. It's, like, fine. I don't know. I don't like it better than any of my linear parts. Like, I think at the core, this matchup's a race, and I think Path is worse than Silence on average. Defense grids, you say? Oh, I guess I didn't need to shock that in there, huh? It's funny that they boarded in Defense Grid against, against my copies of Silence. Alright, so we want to draw a 1-mana Incenter Sorcery here, ideally. Alright, let's do it, shall we? Hopefully our opponent's not going to get another turn, because this is Modern and it's turn 3. Alright, so we're looking for more cards that draw cards at this point. We could theoretically brick from this position. I think we're a favorite, but it's definitely not over. Glittering Wish, I think means we're home free. Because again, I've been talking about, like, when you're playing this deck, you want to identify, like, are you trying to not bottleneck on cards? Are you trying to not bottleneck on mana? And with 2 mana creatures in play, we're basically guaranteed to not bottleneck on mana. And Glittering Wish gets a Scarscale Ritual here, which draws us 2. So basically, the Glittering Wish means we're not going to bottleneck on cards either, which is great. I feel like Abzan tokens in Modern right now is still reasonable. Probably a touch slow on average, but, like, it's fine. don't know, if you really want to play a fair deck, it's probably not the absolute worst thing you can be doing. It's got a bunch of 1-mana discard spells in it, right? The list on my website's probably if you really enjoy tokens, it's one of the 40 decks that's playable. In general, I'd advise playing something more proactive, but if you're like dead set on playing tokens, I think it's better than black-white, because having acceleration is good. Oh, let's stand up, shall we? Shake it out. Let's add a command for this Esper deck, because I feel like people are gonna come in later and ask it to. Yeah, seems fine. Like, not super amazing, but it's got Mana Dork plus Slow Ascendancy. Slow Ascendancy can oftentimes not be good enough in this matchup, but on the back of Silence, it might be fine. Caryatid is a great one there. More Mana Dorks, please. You mean Mardu Pyromancer? Monastery Mentor. Monastery Mentor is just kind of like bad Pyromancer in this format. You have Chalice the Void. Yep. Alright, thankfully I have this Glittering Wish, so hopefully we're gonna be okay. The easiest way, this is the easy way to know my opinion on any deck you think you might want to play in Modern. Is it linear and proactive? If yes, it's good. If no, you should reconsider why you want to play it. I mean, this is only fair, right? Like, I killed my opponent on turn 3 last game, so they're gonna kill us on turn 3 this game. It's like, you know, the shoes on the other foot. For those of you that are new to Modern, a lot of the games end like this on turn 3, with someone brutally comboing the other person. Just kind of how the format goes. Well, apparently my opponent bricked off, so that's nice. I assume we're gonna die next turn. I should silence in response to drawing. I should silence in response to drawing. Alright, what am I doing? I think it's Glittering Wish. Am I just casting Night of Autumn? I think I'm just casting Night of Autumn. Or do I just grab Trophy? I could grab Trophy, because Trophy... Punchworthy, thank you for the 38 months. Thanks for keeping me around. I could grab Trophy because it's got a little flexibility. I think we're probably dead next turn regardless. I'm just going to cast this. Keldrid. Thank you for the 4 months. Welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your week. I guess that's true. I could just like upkeep silence to try and time walk them. Like I could get Trophy and then upkeep silence them. They have Emrakul in their deck. Yeah, I think that's the better line. Yeah, if I get Trophy, I can upkeep silence them and like hope to get another turn that way. And like that doesn't guarantee to win the game. I think we're likely dead there regardless, because remember the opponent's deck is good because it can win at instant speed. So like if and that's why I kind of didn't upkeep silence them, because like if I upkeep silence them, it beats like Breach Worm and Breach Emrakul because they're playing this for some reason. But they could just Goryo's Vengeance Gristlebrand during my upkeep and kill me, or like Borborygmos or something like that. Like they drew a bunch of cards and I'm at 8. So like if they're smart, they kept like a Goryo's Vengeance and 3 lands in their hands. They just like kill me during my upkeep. So I'm not actually sure that the silence line is that good, because statistically they can kill me at instant speed there, or even in response to my silence during their upkeep. Nice, Mage. Yeah, the Vanasphere Court deck's a lot of fun. That's definitely my favorite deck in Modern right now. It's really super powerful. 1 more month. I need them great tracks. So what's going on, Batman? Yeah, I saw someone played Vanasphere to top 64 at the Open, which is sweet. Good to see other people doing well with this week deck. Something I should probably plug today is that my schedule this week is going to be a little bit different. As always, it's on my website. I'm taking Friday off, and Thursday I'm going to be playing in a streamer tournament. So my schedule is going to be a little bit different on Thursday. Thursday I'm going to do 2 Modern Leagues in the morning, and then I'm going to take a lunch break, and then I'm going to come back and play in a tournament. And the tournament will be similar to the Twitch Rivals, and I'll be streaming it on a delay, etc., etc. Yeah, because for the tournament, I'd have to restart to be on a delay anyways, which means we'll lose a bunch of viewers during a 5-minute break. So if I'm going to lose a bunch of viewers anyways, I might as well just like take an actual lunch break. All things considered, this is a good time for you to take a little bit of time off, or at least do less than the 30-40 hours a week I usually do right before the new set releases. Will it try to make YouTube? Yeah, everything we stream goes on YouTube, Mage. I'll probably do like I did with the Rivals tournament and break it up by round. I am very adamant that Retraction Helix is bad in these decks. I think Retraction Helix is worse than just playing other good cards. The subset of games you win by going infinite that you wouldn't otherwise be winning is very, very small. And the number of games you lose because you drew a Retraction Helix because instead of a card that draws another card is a big deal. I am taking build-around submissions for the new set yet. I am not taking submissions of specific deck lists. It's supposed to be releasing on the 25th, yep. And then the Modern Pro Tours that weekend. So I actually already have my schedule updated for the War release for the end of the month. My plan, the War is supposed to release on Thursday. So I'm planning to do 10 hours Thursday and then 9 hours Friday and Saturday. So as always, you can find my schedule on my website, but here's a quick look. So like this is this is when War is releasing. Like this is this week, etc., etc. You can find that Google Calendar embedded on my website. Because we organized around here. How's Modern going? Pretty well. We got out-lineared by Grishelbrand. And we beat a couple others. We're 2-1 right now. So, well, I mean, there's a lot of people who stream for a living that are significantly less organized than I am, Aussie Pants. Like, a lot of people who do this for a living that are less organized than I am. Alright, well, this is great. So, Ascendancy was the best draw in our deck there. And this is why Summoner's Pact and Engineered Explosives are so good. Is because, they untap our mana creature without needing any mana. And what was I going to say? The Pro Tour is Modern. I'm not going to overlap the whole thing, because I'd kind of like to watch some of the Jeskai Phoenix cluster. But the Pro Tour is in London, I believe. So I think I'm going to start at noon on the Pro Tour days, because that'll put me live in like the last round or the second to last round of the Pro Tour for that day. Which is good. Worth noting, I haven't played a land yet for this turn, so I'm currently a little bit, again, trying to identify when you're comboing this deck, am I choked on mana or am I choked on cards? I'm currently choked on mana. So gaining... Bots usually delay the broadcast, they just rebroadcast during your say. No, they don't delay the broadcast. They just, when they finish for the day, they just start rebroadcasting. Caribbean, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Manamorphose is a fantastic draw here, because Manamorphose, like I mentioned earlier, in addition to picking up this Verdant Eidolon that we got with the Summoner's Pact, it also nets me an extra mana. So Manamorphose costs 2 mana to cast, but it makes 1 mana by untapping this, and it makes 2 mana when I cast it. So this actually ramps me up into enough mana to cast this next Jeskai Ascendancy. And then once I have 2 Jeskai Ascendancies in play, every 1 mana spell that I cast makes me 2 mana. So at this point, the Verdant Eidolon has made it so I'm not going to run out of cards. And the Jeskai Ascendancies having multiple of those in play mean that I'm not going to run out of mana. So at this point, I'm basically home free, and I just got to go through the motions. The Pro Tour stands for Promotional Tour. Historically speaking, it's what we referred to Mythic Championships as before we retroactively rebranded everything to a Mythic Championship. Though the London Mulligan gets rid of scrying altogether. They can have uncommon championships, right? I really feel like they missed an opportunity to, like, rebrand absolutely everything. Because I definitely feel like they could have, like, rebranded FNMs to, like, common championships. They could have just been consistent across the board. Throng, instead of me telling you why you're wrong, tell me why you're right. Why should I play this other card that I don't know the text box of? So maybe your card is great, but can you tell me why it's great? Okay, 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Untap that creature. No. No, Cerulean Wisp draws a card, which is really important. Hey, diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright, so again at this point, just kind of going through the motions. This is unfortunately where we're at in life. Garbage time. You don't have to give up, but you can't play here. Oh my gosh, that is such a good parody. I really feel like we need an entire garbage time parody of that song now. That is excellent. That is A plus fantastic. Oh, I'm very proud of you, Swift. That's delicious. It's garbage time. You don't have to give up, but you can't play here. What is it a parody of? Kids these days? Kids these days, no respect for their heritage. Alright, so we have all four ascendancies. So I'm actually gonna start declining that song from The Office. I aged 5 years from that question alone. Can someone explain to me what we're comboing off into? It's actually on the board. We're just making our Fatestitcher really large. That way it can kill them. You see how every time we cast a spell, my stuff gets bigger? It's huge. It's the biggest, best Fatestitcher you've ever seen, chat. Stealing game 1 here against Burn is really valuable because this matchup's kind of bad for us. But if we steal game 1, we might be able to steal one of the post-board games. Yeah, Eidolon of the Great Revel kills us real dead, so. I don't know what any of these cards do. Just use the mouse overlay and get from, oh wait. Oh wait. They're on black, maybe, so no Leyline answer. Yeah, there's a possibility they don't have answer to Leyline. Don't you tease me with an overlay. I know, sorry, that was rude. I had hope for half a second. So, one of the things, this matchup's really tough, and I go back and forth on what exactly I want to do in it. I think it's right to actually just overboard and, like, cut the Glittering Wish package. Hey, C-Lab, thanks for the 2 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Just, like, bring in a whole slew of interactive stuff. Because a lot of the time, you don't have enough time to, like, Glittering Wish and do stuff in this matchup, which is important. I think I just want to, like, board in my trophies and my knights and my paths. I wonder if my explosives are too slow here. I wonder if my explosives are too slow here. I can see that. Leave a Glittering Wish for the Wear Tear. I could just board in Wear Tear too, though. We're two and one inner. We died to Grishelbrand, got outraced. Probably don't want to cut Manamorphose when I'm bringing in trophy. Yeah, maybe Eidolon's a good cut. I was thinking maybe Eidolon plus... Maybe I'm supposed to trim, like, Eidolon plus a Pact instead of trimming Cerulean Wisps. This hand doesn't really do a whole lot. The bird likely dies. And there's no Leyline in it, so let's mulligan. What do the kids say? YOLO? Rudy Cast, thanks for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Happy Monday, Minister Halov. Thanks for the biddies. Hope you're having a good one. Woo! Never forget, Magic is a skill game, etc., etc. Are we going to Eidolon? Oh, no. I think we're dead. Pretty good chance we're dead here. For those of you not super familiar with Modern, Eidolon says whenever a player casts a spell that costs 3 or less, they take 2 damage. So we need a way to kill that ASAP here. This Leyline of Sanctity says they can't point burn spells at my face, but... Thorn is lighting up the stage over there. I would like to diddle your Eidolon to draw a card, shock myself. Looking for one of our ways to kill an Eidolon here. So we're going to 11. We're going to 7 on this attack. Ooh. I'm blue, da ba dee da ba da da ba dee da ba da ba dee da ba da. Hi. Blew his house with a blue little window. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright. Need to draw a Path to Exile. Onward, upward, backward, forward. Like I said, glad we stole game 1 so we can be in the play for game 3 and have another chance. We have Path to Exile, 2 trophies, a Wear Chair, and a Knight of Autumn that can all kill Eidolon. Sometimes I think Jeff gets bored, so he sings horrible songs from my childhood. This hand, like, has trophy, but, like, both these lands have a shelf life, and there's no Mana Dork, there's no Leyline, there's no Ascendancy, so I think this is a mulligan. I'm excited to scry Leyline as my 7th card. I'm gonna keep this. Bottoms up. Yikes! Alright, well, so the goal there was, we scryed, we had 3 looks with Serum Visions, we have a 5th look here to find a green source. One more chance. Alright, little goblin guide, show me the way. Blue cantrip or green source. Either one will do, pig. Yay! We did it! We did it! We did it! Hurrah! A true skill game. My opponent and I engage within. The classic Goblin Guide gives me a land. Are there 18 lands in this deck? 17? Some absurdly low number. 16 lands. All right. God bless you, little Goblin Guide. Scale of 1 to dead. Where's this Noble Hierarch at? Skewer the critics. Listen, Noble Hierarch is not a critic, okay? They're just trying to get by in this cold, hard world. Don't skewer the noble. My face. Please, yes. Send all feedback towards my face. Please send all feedback in the direction of my face. So, I'm going to start with Sleight of Hand in case I find a Sylvan Caryatid. I found another land, huh? I found another land. All right, and now the question of what do I want to Abundant Growth? Do I think I'm gonna get 2 more turns? I feel like I probably don't get 2 more turns, so I'm actually gonna Abundant Growth my fetch land here so I can use it for mana without taking damage. That's a Birds of Paradise. Deal. Go. Expecting people to be able to read is a recipe for disappointment, Chalky. Waticus, thank you for the 5-month resub. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a fantabulous start to your week. Alright, so I can cast 5 spells here. Guess, are we going to include the new Druid in this deck? I have no idea. Uncertain. Alright, spell number 1. Spell number 2. We get a few looks here, chat. That's not the droid I wanted for Christmas. This gives me 2 more draws. So I'm going to 5 on this. So we have five cards in our deck that kill this Eidolon right now. All right, let's see Serum Visions. So I have to hit on these next 2 draws then, right? Because I can only take damage twice more here. So this is one of the 2 more. Although I guess I can cast Leyline and Loot because I have enough mana to do that, right? All right, I think we're doing it. I think this hit means, I'm pretty sure this hit means they're dead. So you're saying there's a chance, chat. One is not none. One is not none. One is not none. Do 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 do. Stop it! Y'all are monsters. Hoping I get gut shot in. Now I am currently at risk of running out of cards. So that's a real concern here, is running out of cards. Oh, Eidolon's gonna come back. Eidolon, bro. Eidolon, Ted. Abundant growth on the fetch land MVP. Random number god. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Thanks for the biddies. Happy Monday. Remember when we saved 1 point of life by sliding that on there? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Alright, so I'm actually in danger of bricking off here. But I can cast these ley lines. I used to listen to the radio on the way to work. Now I just listen to Jeff sing. God bless. Yikes. Alright, our birds are... Oh wait, are we home free? I think we're home free, right? Because these are 14 power. And this makes 16 power. Yeah, I think we're actually home free. Ideally, we don't want to trophy anything, yeah, but we might have to. Oh wait, no we don't. No we don't. I'm dumb. Because each of these is +4, right? Yeah, we good. We cool. We cool, fam. We cool. Alright, attack for 18. Attack for 18. Let's do it, and do it, and do it, and do 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 do. That's a sweet match. Nice. I always like stealing the hard ones. And that's one of the reasons to like play a deck that's incredibly linear and proactive like this in Modern, is even when you have bad matchups like against Burn there, sometimes you just kill them. Sometimes they just die. I know we're bumping up on the edge of what's normally the end of Modern, but I'm kind of digging this deck this morning, so we're going to play the 5th one. And today's going to be a long standard stream. How many standard decks do I have lined up? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6. I'm going to play at least 6 standard decks today. I guess I keep this. On-set nonsense. Thank you for the 2/3 of the year. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Tron. This hand is not particularly good against Tron because it's not super fast. It's just kind of redundant. So I'm actually going to go bottom here because we just need an Ascendancy and a Mana Dork ASAP. This deck's Tron matchup isn't terrible. Like, we turn 3, turn 4 with some consistency, so that's nice. That is a Birds of Paradise. Sign me up. So, what am I looking for here? I'm definitely interested in casting Serum Visions to try and dig to Jeskai Ascendancy right there. Holy crap. Well, if they don't play card next turn, on top of our deck was literally just the Stone Cold Perfect, so... Literally the Stone Cold Perfect, so don't Tron or Walking Ballista me, please. Just cast a Wormcoil Engine. Yeah! Yeah! Alright, come on, pass the turn. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it and do it and do it. Do 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 do. Running Frenzy with the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Called shots, baby. Called shots, baby, baby. Do 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 do. Yeah, see, for those of you that are new to Modern and you want to take notes about getting better, my opponent's first mistake this game was giving me a turn 3. My opponent's greatest mistake was giving me a 3rd turn. Red, untap. And then I think we're basically home free at this point because we have Verdant Eidolon. Just good, clean turn 3 kill. For people asking how in the heck does this deck actually work, so these Ascendancies keep untapping our creatures and making them bigger every time we do it. And then in order to run down to the end of the field and score with the ball, whatever. I don't know where this sports metaphor was heading, but basically Fatestitcher diddles this. Hey, diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the bird jumped over the worm coil. That's like when we were talking about, someone was talking about the Tron matchup, it'll be a good, quick, easy 3-2. I was like, well, this deck actually kind of has an okay Tron matchup because it just does this some amount of the time. Which is just like, kill you on turn 3. Good. Are we done here? Like, what are we doing with ourselves? Why are we? I'm all alone. There's no Tron here beside me. Do 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 do. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, I did say, like, when I said the top of our deck was, like, literally the stones, I wasn't lying. The top of our deck was, like, absurdly hot here. So now I cast this, which makes each of my things +3/+3. So now I'm going to go ahead and attack for 20 here. If you've ever wanted to kill your opponent with the Birds of Paradise, boy, golly, do I have the deck for you. If you've never seen this deck before, this is one of the many sweet Modern decks you can find on my website. I believe this one is under the high potential category. Opponent had 7 mana on turn 3 and then died. God bless us, everyone. Alright, so Engineered Explosives is not meaningful interaction here. Silence is good because it's basically Time Walk. I always go back and forth on if I actually want Assassin's Trophy. I always go back and forth. I'm not actually sure I want Assassin's Trophy in this matchup. So this deck is both easier and harder to play on Magic Online. I've actually played this deck in paper, and one of the nice things about playing this deck in paper is at a certain point you can just flip your hand over and then like explain to your opponent what's going to happen to them and like not have to like fumble through everything. But that being said, you also have to manually track things in paper, so it's not a direct trade-off. Thanks for the 10 months there, Wigan. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So there are things that are easier on paper, there's things that are harder on paper. Yeah, it might be right to bring these trophies in. It might also be right to just, like, bring one trophy in so I can, like, Glittering Wish for the other trophy in some situations. That's probably what I want to do. Just trim the opt. When in doubt, when you're sideboarding with a deck like this, less is more is generally a good motto to have because, again, this is an incredibly linear and proactive deck. So every interactive card, like Silence, like Assassin's Trophy that you're boarding in, you're diluting your primary game plan. Seems very reasonable. Has a mana dork, has a silence, which is pseudo interaction. Yeah, I saw someone posted a result with the banned Fan of Fear deck. It's really sweet. Awesome to see other people having success with it. I'm just going to grab Breeding Pool here. Cast my Serum Visions. Let's see, Birds of Paradise and more lands. Definitely don't need a 4th land. Let's bottom those. So, game 1, I'd be super excited that they don't have Tron this turn, but post-board, the Tron deck's going to become more interactive, so I'll likely have access to cards like Nature's Claims and things that can interact with my... ability to, use Ascendancy. I wonder if it's possible I'm supposed to Birds of Paradise plus Cantrip this turn. That's a map. And, like, now... I was going to say, so the fact they missed a land drop here is huge for us. So I was going to say I kind of have to choose between if I want to silence them next turn to prevent them from playing a bomb, or if I want to hold the silence to prevent them from interacting on my next turn. But because they didn't play a land, I just get to hold it. So we're just looking for a copy of Ascendancy at this point. Hey, DH, I can definitely get that added to the Truefire. Hope things end up all right for you. Thanks for the support. Hope you're having a good start to your week. I think I'm going to keep the Sleight of Hand. Akator, thanks for the 16 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, Slight's 2 looks for the cost of 1 mana, and I kind of have plenty of mana right now. So I assume we'll see them crack map, find a Tron piece here. They found the Tron piece naturally. That's good for them. So I want to draw Ascendancy for the turn. That's a Glittering Wish. That's like a slow Ascendancy, right? So what's the line here? I think the line is... I think it's cast Glittering Wish this turn, and then upkeep silence them next turn so they can't use their thing. Because I don't want... Because this is a post-board game where my opponent has the ability to destroy enchantments, I don't want them to be able to destroy my Ascendancy the turn I'm going off. So I'm actually going to wait a turn since I have double silence here. So I'm going to grab the Ascendancy. I'm going to not cast anything else this turn because each of these cards are worth a draw discard once I have Ascendancy in play. So this is one of the reasons why silence is good in this deck. Not only is it defensive in terms of keeping our opponent from interacting with us on our combo turn, but it's also a virtual time walk aside from their land drop and their combat step. So during my opponent's upkeep here, I'm going to go ahead and cast silence, which means even though my opponent has 8 mana this turn, they're not going to be able to do anything. And then on my next turn, I'm going to cast silence and then cast Jeskai Ascendancy and then hopefully combo kill them while they can't do anything. So silence is literally just 1 mana. Your opponent can't cast spells this turn. So like, I'm coming back after a 1-year hiatus. I'm ready to see the streets run with Walker Blood. What's going on, Minister? Welcome back. I often say people don't quit Magic, they just take breaks. So welcome back from your break. Now, we're not guaranteed to win from here, but we are incredibly likely to go off. So before I cast this other Ascendancy, I'm actually going to go ahead and Summoner's Pact for the Verdant Eidolon. Because that way, when I cast this Ascendancy, I'll be able to pick the Eidolon back up, so it's a free card draw. So I'm going to cast this Abundant Growth before I cast the Ascendancy, because this way it gets the Eidolon into the bin. So at this point, I think we're just going through the motions for the most part here. Like I said, there is a chance that we could break off, but it's pretty unlikely. Max owns the world. Thanks for making great modern and legacy content. You're one of the few streamers I enjoy watching. You're always engaged with chat, and I appreciate you with sub-only mode. Well, thanks for the 7 months, Max. I appreciate you keeping me on, and I agree. The sub-only mode has been a fantastic change overall. Congrats, Mustfall Casting. All right. So we're kind of floating like right on the edge here of having enough spells to actually fully combo them. So when we hit a pocket of lands there, I was actually getting a little bit worried, but I think we're going to punch through at this point. Yeah, Wish is lethal at this point, because Wish will let Fatestitcher's probably lethal too. Wish will... I wish upon a glittering to get me a thing that kills my opponent. Opponent's seen enough. I think they're ready to be done. Yeah, it was a concession lockup. All right, sweet. We hit the 4-1. Yeah, I'm really glad. So the last couple times I've played this archetype, I've like tried varying iterations that people have posted in a Discord group. And I'm kind of glad I just went back to my roots and like didn't play cards like Retraction Helix or like Dryad Arbor, weird stuff like that. I think I'm pretty happy with this list overall. I think there's a chance I might like to fit some copies of Nagging Thoughts back in here, but other than that, I'm pretty happy with this configuration. I think if I were going to try and fit Nagging Thoughts in, it would probably be like over this Opt and this Silence maybe, and maybe even just one copy is fine, but the Verdant Eidolon with the Summoner's Pact is definitely good technology. This is currently one card off of the list on my website. I was pouring through recent top 8 results, and Death Shadow is a deck that's been popping up again, and Mystic Force is just like an A+ card for beating up Death Shadow. It's also okay against Green Black Rock, but it's mostly there for like putting into play against the Shadow decks. Any other decks in Modern that can play Glittering Wish? Not good ones. If you missed any of this league, or if you watched the whole thing and you want to see more of this, remember, basically everything I've streamed in the past is on my website, so you can watch an entire adventure of us, like, working through this deck from the first time we played it and, like, tuning it and changing it and stuff. I think there's probably over a dozen leagues of this archetype up on my website at this point, and there's a playlist up there with all the times we've played it on stream. That's going to be it for Modern for this morning. Just again, as a heads up in case people are leaving after we're done with Moto, my schedule is going to be different this week. I'm taking Friday off, but because I'm taking Friday off, I'm going to do two Modern Leagues Thursday morning, so be sure to drop in for that if you enjoy the non-rotating format content. I'm also going to be playing in a Twitch streamer tournament on Thursday afternoon, so the standard stuff will be tournament-based like we've done for